Hi everyone. So today we'll be doing something on the Rhesus factor and the hemolytic disease of the newborn. So right away, before I start, have you ever heard of the hemolytic disease of the newborn? Actually, this video majorly will tell us how pregnancy and the Rhesus factor correlates. Why is it important for us to know our blood groups during pregnancy? So in a situation whereby you are pregnant, it is very important to know your blood group. The mom and the baby's blood do not usually mix when a mom is pregnant, but these two blood, they come in very close contact in the placental membrane. So Rhesus positive individual have a protein located on their red blood cell surfaces, and this protein is also referred to as an antigen. So whenever I'll mention an antigen, just know that it is the protein that is located on the red blood cell surfaces in this context. So how is a pregnancy important in correlation with the Rhesus factor? If you know about that, you can comment that in the comment section. Rhesus negative individual, they lack the protein on the surfaces of their RBCs. So why is this Rhesus protein important in pregnancy? It is important in a situation whereby the mom is Rhesus negative and the baby that is carrying is Rhesus positive. So let us try to understand the Rhesus phenomenon. As I said earlier, when you have the Rhesus protein in your body learns to recognize it and treat it as one of its own. And when you lack the Rhesus antigen, that is when you are Rhesus negative, it therefore means that when you are exposed to a Rhesus positive agent such as blood during transfusion, your body will treat it as a foreigner because you never had it before. This will make the body try to attack and destroy the Rhesus antigen from the foreign blood type that you are interacting with in your body. How does your body try to attack it? Your body will try to attack it by creating antibodies, also commonly referred to as immunoglobulins, that are against the Rhesus antigen. It will create proteins that are called antibodies that are against the Rhesus antigen since it didn't have it before. So why is it important in pregnancy? If you are Rhesus positive and you are pregnant, then it has no importance because the baby you are carrying can either be Rhesus positive or Rhesus negative. Rhesus negative mom means that the mom lacks the Rhesus antigen on the surface of the red blood cell. It therefore means that if the mom is Rhesus negative and the baby that the mom is carrying is Rhesus positive from the dad, the mom will try to produce Rhesus antibodies against the baby in case their blood mixed. Therefore means that any time that the blood of the mother and the baby come in contact or mix, the mom will create Rhesus antibodies against the Rhesus positive blood from the baby. So how does the baby's blood get to the mother's bloodstream? As I said before, that the baby's and the mother's blood don't mix, but they come very close contact in the placental membrane. So what are some of the factors that can make the baby's blood and the mom's blood to mix? This happens in situations that we call sensitization events. So the first sensitization event is abortion or miscarriage after 12 weeks of pregnancy. When you miscarry, of course, there will be a lot of bleeding and the baby's blood and the mother's blood might get to mix. There is what we call abdominal trauma. Abdominal trauma may lead to placental bleeding, and when the blood in the placenta bleeds, it might lead to mixing of the mother's and the baby's blood. And the next situation is whereby during birth, there is a lot of bleeding and the baby's blood and the mother's blood might mix. The first time that the baby's Rhesus positive blood and the mom's Rhesus negative blood mix doesn't have an immediate impact because the mom will just destroy the Rhesus positive blood from the baby and create antibodies against antigens that are exposed from the baby. Future pregnancy or from the second pregnancy, the antibodies that had initially been created by the mother are very tiny particles. They are so tiny that they are capable of crossing the placenta. So when they cross the placenta, they go to the baby's bloodstream and they start attacking the baby's red blood cells. When they attack the baby's red blood cell, they destroy them, and this leads to hemolysis. When the RBCs are hemolyzed, they release a component that is called bilirubin. Now, bilirubin causes jaundice. A slight jaundice is called physiological jaundice and it is normal. But when the jaundice is in high amount, when the bilirubin release is in very high amount, it is able to damage the brain cell and cause long-term destruction of the baby's brain. So the process of antibodies crossing the placenta and attacking the red blood cells of the baby and causing hemolysis and thereby releasing bilirubin and causing jaundice is the condition that we refer to as hemolytic disease of the newborn, or the HDN. How do we prevent this condition? We prevent the condition by administering of anti-D. When we administer anti-D, any time that we suspect that there is sensitization of the mother's blood. The sensitization mechanisms, as I said earlier, is when there is abortion or miscarriage in more than 12 weeks, or when there is trauma that leads to bleeding in the placenta, and in a situation whereby there is birth. When there is birth, during birth, there is a lot of mixing of the mother's blood and the baby's blood. How does anti-D work? Anti-D works by circulating in the mother's blood and destroying any of the baby's red blood cells that have Rhesus antigen in them, thereby preventing sensitization of the mother's blood. This prevents the mom from developing antibodies against the child's red blood cells. So what do we actually do in the hospital? When a mom presents herself with a pregnancy, we must do what we call blood grouping. When the mom is Rhesus positive, then there is no worry. But when the mom is Rhesus negative, we assume that the baby that the mom is carrying is Rhesus positive, and we will give anti-D anytime that we suspect that there is sensitization. Again, at 28 weeks of pregnancy, we will automatically give anti-D. At birth, the child's blood group is done, and when the child is blood group Rhesus negative, then there is no need for giving anti-D. But when the child is Rhesus positive, we will also give anti-D. So that's the end of our video, and if you wish to support me in what I'm doing, you can just hit that subscribe button. This is the time to hit that subscribe button. You can also like and share my video, and also you can ask what you think about pregnancy and hemolytic disease of the newborn. Have you ever interacted with this disease before? Have you ever been done for blood grouping before? Let me know all these in the comment section. Bye.